Hey guys, welcome to a new weekly reading vlog and welcome to Schwabtember week 4. This is the final reading vlog for Schwabtember. I'm so excited for this vlog, so I hope you guys enjoy it. But let's just do a recap of last week's reading because I did read more after ending last week's vlog, and then we'll talk about this week's reading plans, which are a bit ambitious. So after ending last week's vlog, I actually did manage to complete A Gathering of Shadows. Wow, I'm so proud of myself for actually managing to just push through and finish this book, and let me tell you guys, I absolutely loved it. I gave it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. That's only because the beginning was really slow, but I still really enjoyed it. The ending of this book absolutely killed me. I was so close to crying, guys. Like, the tears were there, they just weren't falling, but they were definitely in the eyeballs, ready to fall. I didn't have new words, but I really enjoyed it, and I'm really happy that I really enjoyed it, so woohoo! Why'd I do that? As for this week's reading plans, I am currently reading A Conjuring of Light by V.E. Schwab. This is the final book in the Shades of Magic trilogy, and I'm on page 64. My goal for yesterday, because it's Tuesday, guys, by the way. I always start my vlogs on Tuesdays for some reason. But I only read 64 pages of this yesterday. I wanted to hit 100. Just didn't happen. I don't know why it didn't happen, but it just didn't happen. But I am really enjoying it. I literally almost cried a million times in those first 64 pages. Like, I think this is so far is like the strongest start to one of her books. Really good. So I can't wait to continue this one. I'm hoping that I can finish it by the end of Thursday at the latest, because I have a lot of other books on my TBR, so I need to get through this one ASAP. I think my goal for today is going to be like a page 150 or page 200. I just finished filming my bookshelf tour, so I'm going to need to edit that. So while the footage is like importing, and while it's exporting, and while I'm uploading, I'm going to be reading this bad boy. As for the rest of the week, I also, once I finish Conjuring of Light, need to read the Shades of Magic Steel Prints comic volume 1. This will be super quick. There's like nothing to it. It's so short, and it's a comic, so it should not take me very long, but I'm very excited for this one. And then, it's too ambitious, but I really wanted to get to the archived as well, and maybe also the Unbound if I have time. Don't know if I will, but I definitely want to get to the archived because of the bingo board. I need the reread a book for the bingo board. So at least get to this one, but if I have time, get to this one. Who knows? As of right now, I'm not working on Saturday, so I don't really know what our plans are, but hopefully I can get a lot of reading done. I'm also currently listening to Our Dark Duet, and it literally expires in 7 hours, and I have an hour and 42 minutes left. But I listened to it on 2 times speed, so it won't be that long. So what I'm going to do is I'm about to go do the dishes, and so while I do that, I'm going to listen to the audiobook, and then while I'm making my thumbnail for my bookshelf tour, I will listen to the audiobook and hopefully get it done in time before it expires in 7 hours. Let's hope for the best. I'm not really liking it. I didn't like this Savage song. I'm only listening to this to fill out the listen to an audiobook bingo spot, so full transparency there, not loving it. Let's talk about the bingo board. I only have 5 spots left to fill in my bingo board. We have Complete a Series, which I will be counting when I finish this as a completed series. Then we have Complete Your TBR, which will be done with A Conjuring of Light and Steel Prints, because it's the ones officially on the TBR. Then we have Reread a Book, which, like I said, will be completed with the archived. Rate a book 5 stars, which I'm hoping will be A Conjuring of Light. And then listen to an audiobook, which, like I said, will be Our Dark Duet. So, if all goes well and it goes according to plan, I should be able to get a bingo blackout. That's the plan. That's what I'm gonna do. I will definitely update you guys a little bit later. Hey guys, so it is much later now. It's like past 10 p.m. I haven't done much reading today. Like I told you guys earlier, I filmed my bookshelf tour, and so I've been working on that, editing that, making the thumbnail. I'm about to start uploading it. But I also went to IKEA with my parents, and I got a new bookshelf. I bought a new Harry Potter bookcase. So it's one of these skinny ones that's going to go over here. I talked about it in my Harry Potter shelf tour, so I'm very excited. I'm hopefully going to be building it either the end of this week or next week. Hopefully I'll also be organizing it. next week, that would be ideal as well. Yeah, so I'm super excited about that. I'm gonna be filming myself reorganizing it because you guys asked for that. I was just gonna show it in a vlog, but you guys wanted to see the full thing, so that's what I'm gonna do for you. I'm very excited because I have a lot of crap sitting on my floor, like 4 bags sitting on my floor of Harry Potter stuff waiting to be put on a shelf. So, reading update, like I just said, I haven't read that much, at least not physically. I did finish the audiobook for Our Dark Duet by Victoria Schwab. So, if you guys don't know, I don't love this Savage song, but I only wanted to read Our Dark Duet to get that bingo spot for listen to an audiobook. So, I knew I wasn't going to enjoy it, so I knew I wasn't going to enjoy it. So I did give it a 2 out of 5 stars. I don't think they're necessarily bad books, because there are a lot of people who love them. I just don't think they're for me. I just didn't connect to the characters. I am a character-driven reader, and so I didn't like the characters. Yeah, and also while I was listening to the audiobook, I zoned out a lot. So to be honest, I don't really know much of what happened in this book. I definitely totally lost the ending. Like, I have no idea. I finished that, and so as a bingo board update, I now have, how many bingos do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. I now have 4 bingos, because listening to an audiobook gave me this bingo. As for A Conjuring of Light, I literally have only read like a few pages. I was trying to read it while my video was exporting, and then I got distracted doing something else. But I'm currently on page 72. So I don't even think I've read 10 pages. I think I was on page 64 before. But yeah, so I'm hoping to still read a bunch. Will I? I don't know. I am hoping. So I guess we'll see what happens. I am realizing, earlier I said that I wanted to finish this by like Thursday, I think I said. Since it's the end of Tuesday, that's not very realistic, and I've realized that Schwabtember doesn't end until Monday. So I think I'm just going to continue this vlog until then, but I think it would be safe to finish this on Friday, maybe even Saturday, because then I can read Shades of Magic still prints like that, which, by the way, I'm pretty sure it's about King Maxim, which is Ryan Kell's like dad. I didn't know that, so that's exciting. And then I can read the archived like really quickly if I just sit down and read it, so hoping if I can finish this at least by the end of Saturday, I can read the still prints real quick, and then Sunday and Monday can kind of be focused to the archives and possibly the Unbound. It's a possibility. I mean, I don't know, so I'm gonna try, and I guess we'll see what happens. I will update you guys probably tomorrow. Hello. Why'd I start it like that? Hey guys, and welcome to Friday. No, it's not Friday yet. Okay. Hey guys, and welcome to Thursday. So I didn't really vlog yesterday. I got my pumpkin lights and garland up. I've got pumpkins and stuff on my bookshelf. It's a fun time. I'm obsessed. I'm feeling the fall vibes, and I'm happy about it. Reading update though. I haven't made a ton of progress in A Conjuring of Light, which isn't good because at the latest I need to finish this by Saturday. Okay, so I'm currently on page 127, and I don't know how much I can get read today. I am hanging out with a friend later tonight. We were supposed to hang out in about half an hour. I decided to postpone it because she was going to get home late, and then I'm like, well, I'm going to eat dinner, and so we're going to hang out later in the night. I might try to, after I do the dishes, I might try to read this until dinner, and then hang out with my friend after dinner, and then maybe read more before bed. I don't know. So I have to write today, and I'm just like, ugh. Okay. As for how I'm liking this book, I'm really enjoying it. Things are tense. So much stuff is happening. And I'm having such a good time. I love Kel and Lila with my whole heart. Rye. I love Rye. I've almost cried like a million times. I feel like that's a good sign. So if the book stays like this, goes out the entire thing, I think I can pull off a 5-star read, which is what I'm really hoping for because I need that bingo spot. But yeah, so I am hoping to get more through this, but I'm just not that far into it today. Maybe I can try to strive for like, I'm not halfway through. And I can try for halfway. Should I just be ambitious and say, let's get to halfway today? I mean, I can try my darn hardest. Will I succeed? I don't know. My plan for tomorrow is I'm hanging out with Lorena. She's coming over and she's going to help me build my night bus Lego set that I bought when I was in New York, because next week we're going to build my Harry Potter bookshelf, and so I was like, well, we might as well just build my Lego set tomorrow, kind of like prepare. So that's what we're doing tomorrow, and I'm really excited. I haven't done Lego in forever. I cannot tell you the last Lego thing that I built, so I'm really pumped. So that's what's happening. I might try to film some of that. And then I don't work this weekend, so I should hopefully have most of my weekend free to read and write, so here's to hoping. I also have videos I just filmed that I need to edit for tomorrow, probably tomorrow. So that's kind of my busy schedule. I'm kind of freaking out. Yeah, so I'm really loving this. I just need to frickin' like sit down and read it. I was reading this last night before bed. I realized that I didn't read all day, and I'm like, I have a streak of reading every single day this month. I don't want to break that, so I read before I went to bed. I could have kept reading, but I knew that I needed to go to bed, so I stopped. But I didn't want to stop, but I did. I'm gonna catch up with you guys later because I'm not really saying anything of importance at the moment, and hopefully I have good updates later on. About 7 p.m. after dinner now, and I actually like stayed pretty true to my word. It was like a few like Twitter breaks and just like read after I did the dishes, so look at me go. I made quite a bit of a dent in The Conjuring of Light. I am now on page 258, about to go out with my friend to this like little like outlet mall area. It's close to our house. And we're gonna go do a bit of browsing in some stores, and then go to Tim Hortons, I think, and do some work. I might try to work on like a NaNoWriMo project, but if I get stuck, I'm pulling out a Conjuring of Light. I am so excited because things are so intense, and I'm just like loving this book with like every fiber of my being, so I am super excited to go sit down in the Tim Hortons and read this. I will try to film clips while I'm there. If I forget, I'm sorry. I do that a lot, so I'll definitely catch up with you guys later though on my progress with The Conjuring of Light. welcome to Monday. It is the last day of Schwabtember. I didn't update you guys all weekend. I don't even think I updated you really on Friday, except for the building of my Night Bus Lego set, which, by the way, I am freaking obsessed with. I love it so much, and I can't wait to add it to my shelf. Yeah, I just didn't update you all weekend. I did do a lot of reading. I was just kind of taking this weekend a little bit slow and relaxing. I didn't work all weekend, and so I kind of just really wanted to like take time for myself and just like not do much. I did do a lot of reading though, so I managed to complete A Conjuring of Light last night. I wanted it done preferably by Saturday, but I managed to finish it yesterday. I did so much reading yesterday, it was insane. I basically spent most of my day just reading, but I freaking loved this book. I was gonna vlog my reaction to the end of the book because I thought I was gonna have this like outrageous kind of like sobbing reaction, and I didn't, so I didn't film last night. But I really loved this book. It's definitely my favorite of the entire series. I'm just so attached to these characters, to this world, to the story, and this book was like compelling the entire time. I was always like on the edge of my seat wondering what was going to happen to my characters, you know, what was going on, how are they going to resolve this huge problem that is featured in this book. And I really adored it. I really adored it. I thought it was so well done. Obviously the writing was beautiful. My only critique is that everyone hypes this book up to be heartbreaking, like it's gonna break your soul, like it's gonna hurt you beyond belief, and that just didn't happen. Like I almost cried, like don't get me wrong, I almost cried like 10 times throughout this entire book, but I didn't actually cry, and I think I was just expecting so much. And the same thing happened when I read Lord of Shadows. Everyone was just saying the ending is gonna break you, like it's so devastating, and it wasn't as devastating as I thought it was going to be, so it didn't affect me in the same way it affected everyone else. And I feel like the same goes for this one. If I had read these books when they were first published and without all the expectations and the hype brought onto it by everybody else, I don't know, but I just thought the ending was like really satisfactory, and I thought that it was a really happy ending, and I was really happy with it. Obviously really sad shit happened in this book, and you know, there were deaths and whatnot, so I felt bad for the characters that I love, but it just wasn't as heartbreaking as I thought it was gonna be. Like only one of my characters that I absolutely like adored and like felt like came to love died in this book, and so I don't know, it didn't break me. And so I closed the book, and while I was like so in love with the story and so satisfied by the ending, I was kind of left with this feeling of like I wanted there to be more. Like when someone tells me that a book is gonna break me and is gonna make me cry, I expect that and I prepare myself for it and I'm excited for it, and when it doesn't happen I get like disappointed, and so I kind of feel like that with this, but I'm not gonna let that ruin my experience with this. I let it ruin my experience of Lord of Shadows, and I don't love Lord of Shadows as much as I could have. I'm not gonna let that happen with this one, because the entire time I was loving it, and I'm not gonna let this one like sour thing, this like one disappointment ruin my rating or my enjoyment of the book or my overall feelings towards the book. So I'm just gonna say I really loved this book. Do I wish it broke me a little bit? I do wish that, but I'm so in love with this world and these characters, and I think this is definitely my favorite read of the month, which is really exciting. I ended up rating this one a 5 out of 5 stars, which is what I was really hoping for the bingo board. I was teetering on giving it like a 4.75 purely because of that slight disappointment, but it's not the book's fault. It's not the book's fault, it's everybody else's fault for like hyping that up in my own expectations that I had because of all the hype. So it's not the book's fault, which is why I decided to give it a 5-star, because the entire time that I was reading it I was like, this is a 5-star book. So we're not faulting the book from my own expectations. So this is what my bingo board does currently look like. I have 2 spots left to get an entire blackout bingo board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bingos. And I'm just having such a good time. So the only ones I have left is complete your TBR, which I'll talk about what book I need to read to finish that, and then reread a book. So for the complete your TBR, all I need to read is the Shades of Magic Steel Prince Volume 1 comic, which, by the way, I didn't even know that this was about King Maxim. I don't know why I didn't like make that connection. I also like never read the description of this because I didn't want to possibly spoil myself for Darker Shade of Magic, even though this is a prequel. you know, but I didn't know what this was, so now I know that it's a prequel. It's about King Maxim, and I'm really excited. So I'm assuming this is about his time like in the war or something. I don't really know, but I'm really excited about this. So like I said, it's a comic, so this shouldn't take me very long at all, so I am like fully confident that I can read and finish this today. After I finish this clip, I'm probably gonna go make myself lunch, and then I'll probably read this after my lunch. And then for the reread a book, the only book that I can do for that challenge, besides like reading a book that I just read this month, the only one I can do is The Archive by Victoria Schwab. So I'm so excited about this one. This one wasn't officially on my TBR because I didn't think that I would have time, and technically I don't have time because this is the last day. So like I'm going hard to try to read this entire thing because I haven't even started it. There's that. I also haven't decided if I want to annotate it or not. Maybe I'll just like wait until I read it and see how I feel as I'm reading it. I don't know, I think I'm hesitant because one, I don't know if there'll be enough annotations that I could make. Two, this is like an out of print hardcover, and so I'm just like, do I want to do that, you know? I'm excited to read this. I just reread it back in January, so this is going to be my third time reading it overall, second reread. I'm so excited. I just love Mackenzie and Wesley so much, and I love this world. So I'm really excited to reread it again because like I said, I just love it so much. I'm gonna go eat because I'm hungry, and I will definitely try to update you guys a little bit later, but I can't believe Schwabtember is almost over. I'm so sad because I've had such an amazing time. It's such a good month. I've loved looking up the hashtag every single day and like liking all of your tweets and like Instagram posts and seeing how much you guys are enjoying it and doing the bingo board, and I've just had such a freaking good time. And I hope that everyone who participated also had a really good time because it was just, it was so much fun for me, and this is like one of the best readathons that I've ever done, the one that has like most participation, and it just made me so happy and filled me with so much love and happiness. So thank you so much if you participated. You just like made my year, made my life, made my month, so thank you. I'm gonna go eat, and I will try to read both of these today, which is really nerve-wracking. Well, it is now 3:56. I've eaten lunch, I've done some of my laundry, or at least put the laundry in the machine, I've done the dishes, and I've just finished the Steel Prince Volume 1 comic. So I feel like I would have enjoyed this a bit more if it was like an actual book. I try so hard to like graphic novels and to like comic books, and it's just not something that I enjoy. I don't know, I just much prefer reading things and interpreting it in my head as opposed to seeing the actual images, and I just find it so hard to follow, especially when there's so much going on. I find that if it's like a contemporary if it's like a contemporary graphic novel or something, or comic, I find that I can follow it a lot easier. Like I love Archie comics and things like that, but this was just too hard for me to follow. I was confused the entire time. I still don't really know what the hell happened in this. I'm not going to give it a rating because I just don't feel like that's fair to it, and I really don't know how I would go about rating this anyways, but I don't think I'm going to continue. I have a hold for the second volume that's currently on order at my library. I'm going to cancel it because honestly, I like King Maxim. I just don't care to read about his like backstory, honestly, and I feel like I got nothing out of this. Not for me. But now I'm gonna go on ahead and start the archives and hopefully finish this today as well. Like I said, it's about 3:58, about 4 o'clock. So I should be able to finish this since it is like a really short book. I should be able to finish it. So here's to hoping, because I really want to finish this today. As for my bingo board, I've now completed my TBR. So I now only have one more bingo spot to fill in. That is so damn exciting. I'm gonna update all my social medias and stuff like that with this update, and then I'm gonna go ahead and start the archive. Alright, so I'm sorry that the light is so weird. My blinds are open, casting the light on me odd, but I'm reading the archived. I actually decided to read the bind up and annotate the bind up instead. I can't commit right now to annotating or like defacing that beautiful out of print hardcover yet, so annotating this one instead. And I just kind of want to talk about V.E. Schwab, or Victoria Schwab, for a second, because she's just such a masterful writer. I don't know why, but she's just so like atmospheric and describes things in such beautiful ways. Like right now she's describing the hotel turned apartment that Mackenzie and her family are currently moving into, and it just, my hand is shaking. I can just picture it so, well, I can just picture it like so clearly in my head, and I for some reason just love the atmosphere of like hotels, and like hotels turned that like into like apartments. I think it's why I love like Coraline so much, because like the Pink Palace reminds me of that kind of vibe, and I absolutely love like Sweet Life of Zack and Cody and like that Halloween episode with the haunted like hotel room. I don't know, but I just love the way that Victoria Schwab is describing this hotel, and I love this book so much. Perfect like creepy that I'm looking for. So it's the end of Schwabtember. It's officially past midnight, and I just wanted to wrap up this vlog and give you guys a reading update. I finished The Archived. I finished it just after midnight, like maybe 10 minutes after midnight, so I'm still counting it. So that means that I have a full bingo blackout. Isn't that so exciting? I'm so happy with that. I also managed to read every single day this month, which I'm so happy with. And it just kind of shows me how much I can get read if I do read every single day. So I'm going to try to incorporate that every month. Just read every day. But anyways, so I read The Archived. And I'm going to give it a 4-star. I'm pretty sure that's what I gave it earlier in the year. It's just a really fun story. I really love the characters and everything, but it just doesn't feel like a 5-star book to me, but I do absolutely adore it. The characters, the world, I'm just like completely like enamored by it. I annotated it and I had a good time annotating. I have some fun annotations sprinkled throughout, and the Gilmore Girls readathon starts tomorrow, and the Unbound is on my list. I will be continuing on with the Unbound. But yeah, so for this week, I don't feel like grabbing the books, but for this week I read A Conjuring of Light. I don't even know what I read this week. Did I finish A Gathering of Shadows this week? I don't think so. Anyways, I read A Conjuring of Light, I read Steel Prince, I read The Archived. You guys know the drill, you watched the whole vlog. I had such a good time with this readathon. I had such a good time vlogging almost every week, 3 out of the 4. I had obviously a blast interacting with you all on Twitter and Instagram through the hashtag. Just seeing all of your love and support for the readathon made me so happy. None of us hosts expected this kind of reaction and involvement from people, and it's all due to like V.E. Schwab herself sharing the readathon on her Twitter and Instagram, and I will forever be grateful to her because this is the most successful readathon I've ever done, and it was just so rewarding to put like work into something, into the bingo board, and to be so excited about something and then have people share that same excitement. Thank you if you participated. It just literally made my month, and I know I already touched on this earlier, but I'm just so freaking happy, and I'm just really grateful for you guys for joining in and sharing Schwabtember with me and Kirsten and Alyssa. It was just so much fun. Yeah, so I guess that's the end of the vlog. Thank you guys so much for watching this vlog. Comment down below if you guys did participate, how many books you read. Give me your own little Schwabtember wrap up down below and let me know if you had fun. I really hope you guys had fun because I had so much fun finally getting around to all of these Victoria Schwab books. Subscribe if you've not yet already, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!